The Afro-Mexican town of El Yanga, formerly known as La San Lorenzo de los Negros, was founded by a brilliant and rebellious West African ex-slave named Jasper Yanga, who after resisting recapture for 38 years, negotiated a peace treaty with the Spanish to establish one of the first free black communities in the Americas. Today, there's an erected statue in his memory. Here, we visit an old sugarcane slave plantation that was built directly across from a modern Afro-Mexican community in the state of Veracruz. We can observe these black descendants by their African features, their African-influenced cuisine, as well as many of their unique traditions. In stark contrast to these old former slave barracks are the opulent and intricately designed former colonial homes of the Spanish slave masters. One can easily slip back in time while observing the old cobblestone walkway and the well-preserved yet rustic carriages reserved only for the elite. These cultural symbols are a reflection of both the new hopes as well as the disastrous dreams in the new world. Although Mexico is best known for its ancient Aztecian civilization, the Olmecs ruled the region for almost 1,000 years. The Olmec civilization lasted between 1200 BC and 400 BC. It has been called the Cultura Madre, or Mother Culture of Mexico. Their most famous legacy are the giant colossal heads measuring between 1 and 3 meters in height. Many writers claim that the Olmecs are related to peoples from West Africa, based on the interpretation of facial features of the Olmec statues. They additionally contend that epigraphical, osteological, as well as genetic evidence supports their claims. The dance of flyers, or the Palo Voladores. This is an ancient Mesoamerican ceremony still performed today. It is believed to have originated with the ancient Toltonic people of central Mexico. The rituals associated with an ancient solar calendar. According to the ancient Totonac mythology, the creation of the world is associated with a mythical bird deity residing at the top of the world tree. The 5 birdmen at the top of the pole represent bird dancers. The main dancer stands in the middle and plays a flute representing the singing of birds. The 4 other dancers represent the 4 cardinal directions. Each spins around the pole to represent the spring harvest, the regeneration of life, as well as the recreation of the world.
Никой как се то отмотава, так се не спеши. Кой дойде и замота на
The Volodar dancers call the town of Patantala home. Just north of Veracruz, one can find the mysterious and foreboding pyramids of El Tahin, meaning thunder, in the ancient Toltec language. This large complex is thought to be an indigenous ceremonial and spiritual center. This is the city of Catemaco, just south of the port of Veracruz. It is a hauntingly beautiful city with a mysterious past. Every spring equinox, there is an annual gathering of the witches that takes place. Known as the community of brujas or curanderos, these indigenous healing practices and rites have their roots from the pre-Hispanic period. Catemaco lies at the very heart of Mexico's rich cultural crossroads, mixing of the Catholic faith, indigenous Native America, as well as West African voodoo rites, have created one of the world's most unique forms of spiritual expressions and ceremonies. Adding to the mystique of the town is a hauntingly beautiful Lake Catemaco.
Fíjate que yo aquí en el hay una parte de la hacienda que era como un cuartel. Y ahí había una escuela, que era una prepa. Y ahí yo estudié la prepa. Yo venía acá, claro, todos los días, sí, en transporte. Y a la hacienda entrábamos en todo.
Well-organized Baroque architecture overlaps with the so-called pagan symbology. Here, the Spanish cross of Western rationality intercedes profusely with indigenous shamanism and an Indo-Afro world view. Wherever their numbers permitted, both Africans and indigenous Indians created networks that allowed them to cope with their situation, give expression to their humanity, and maintain a sense of cultural continuity and relevance. Many Afro-Mexicans married or had amorous liaisons with indigenous and to a lesser extent Spanish Mexicans. In time, a population of mixed-race communities emerged, gaining demographic ascendancy and giving a rebirth to Mexico's triple but hidden heritage.